Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Trey Murphy.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Murray out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Jordan in at the center position. And for the Suns, Royce O'Neal is out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Iguodala in at the 5, roaming the paint. Legs now in the final stages of this regular season. These two teams both highly motivated.
Well, BA, playoff positioning is on the line, so games like this take on an even greater significance. Postseason intensity on display.
The burden of expectation is real for these teams.
They can all sense it.
6 to shoot. On the wing, Jones. Green covering. Jones misses. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. On the wing, Green. Pass to Gillespie. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by New Orleans. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
It was a narrow loss the last time they faced each other. A game they felt they should have won.
Really tough to win in this league when your starters get into foul trouble like that. I thought it was the difference.
Now here's Green. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Oh, even in a bad situation, Booker has finesse. Works around the foul with grace instead of power.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Booker.
At this point in his career, Booker is all about contending. He's a player any team would love to have.
And Grant, you played a half-decade in Phoenix. What stands out the most?
Well, BA, a great city with great fans. And that exciting run in 2010 where we made it to the conference finals. The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Gillespie. And he lays it up and in.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Now here's Murray. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Iguodala grabs a miss. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Gillespie passes to Booker. To the inside. Here's Iguodala. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Coming off that screen, Booker draws the defense and then passes. Really tough to defend that.
On the wing, Murray. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
And it's hammered home by Green.
What hops from Green, going up high and taking it right to the hoop.
Outside Murray. Fires for 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's O'Neal. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Booker. There's the triple. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Murray. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Murray. The Suns have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Gillespie. 11 points for him last game against Denver. Oh, rejected by Jordan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. And we have to take another look at that block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
A different look for Phoenix. Dunn, he's checked in for O'Neal. And it's Allen in for Gillespie. And then for New Orleans, Queen, he's checked in for Jordan. Sadiq Bey comes in for Jones. And it's Fears in for Murray. 1:57 left in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Booker fires from way outside. Williams grabs the board.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Phoenix shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't hit the second. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Gets the 3 to fall.
All about confidence in these moments. They able to attack immediately.
58 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Allen. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Fears. The kick out to Poole. 3-pointer. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns leading. Inside. It's stolen by Poole. Down low. Dunn with a steal. To the paint. To end the drought. And it's hammered home by Green.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Green against Poole. To the middle. Stolen by Booker. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Suns on top. They lead by 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
They've got Malawach, Amir Coffey out there with Grayson Allen. And it's Goodwin in at the 1. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Murray. Connects on the foul line jumper. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
That is right within Murray's wheelhouse. He looks for any opportunity to get a mid-range jumper.
Fires it. It's hauled in by the Suns. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
That was absolutely their game to lose. And that's the thing about this league. Anyone could win on any given night.
Here's Goodwin. Yet to see a basket. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Queen with a rebound.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
And the bucket is good.
Murray getting just enough room to finish off that play.
And so the timeout. Troops and talk it over. Change here. Williamson's checked in. And legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap. So you're open-ended in that regard. And there are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. Here's Gillespie, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Pelicans trail. Down low. And they double up Williamson. And there's a 3-second violation. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Trey Murphy.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Highsmith, he's checked in for the Suns. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Outside Booker. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Gillespie, and he dunks it down.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense.
Oh, wow! Highlight dunk from Zion.
And Zion Williamson making the price of admission worth it with a dunk like that.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Here's Gillespie. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Booker. 6 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The Pelicans pull it in. And for someone listed at 6'4", DeJounte Murray is an excellent rebounder, Tim.
Well, he sure is. He's got long arms and he's very...
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Smart pass by Bay off the pick and roll. He found a guy with a better look.
Now Now here's Booker, guarded closely. What balance from Booker.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Murray. They set the pick. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half of basketball. And it's rebounded by Gillespie. For Phoenix, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Allen. Screen by O'Neal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Tim, after a change of leadership in the front office, the Pelicans looking to set a new standard.
Yeah, and the credibility and clout of this experienced front office, hopefully spurring buy-in and alignment from top to bottom.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Different look for Phoenix. Iguodaro comes in for Highsmith, and Jalen Green subbed in for Allen.
Shooting 2.
In this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Pass to Queen. And here's Poole. A minute 20 left in the second period. Jones from outside. The rebound by Devin Booker. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. And that'll wrap up what has been a 5-game homestand for them. Inside, Iguodaro. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Wing shot on the way. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
O'Neal on the wing. Pass to Gillespie. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
And Booker gets that shot off so quickly.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Poole, tightly guarded, and it's rebounded by Gillespie.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Puts it up from the high post. Booker can't get it to go. Pass to Poole. Pulls it. And that's not going to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Phoenix out in front, leading by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with James Borrego. Coach, you're hanging in there despite the subpar shooting from your team. What will it take to win this game?
same resiliency. We just got to keep fighting one possession at a time, find a group with great energy. We got to make some shots here. We haven't scored the ball so far this game, but still got a lot of time.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Welcome, folks, for the Phoenix Suns tonight. They're looking at what should be a good battle in a game that's still up for grabs. What's most important in a situation like this?
Staying focused, locked in, and not getting sick or distracted.
Yeah, like the kids on those smartphones, they're constantly on those phones and all those things, man. Not paying attention. Right, Jack? Jack?
Huh? Oh, so I was sending a text. What'd you say?
Kids these days. And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Wow, what a performance by DeJounte Murray.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Phoenix leading by 4. So for the Pelicans right now, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Trey Murphy out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Jordan in at the 5.
Smart move with the ball by Green. He didn't like what the play got him, so he gives it away.
Pass to Jordan. Now here's Williamson. He's covered by O'Neal. Williamson is doubled. Murray passes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
I like that from Murray. I mean, he lets things develop, and then boom, assist.
Pass to Green. Here's Gillespie. From the arc. Connects again from distance.
For this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
Offense. Back to Jones. There's a screen. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. 4 rebounds now. Tipped away. Pass to Green. Outside O'Neal. For 3, Booker. The rebound by Murray.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
The Suns lead by 5. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man. Defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Queen. He's checked in for Jordan. And we show you the best defenses in the NBA since the break. Fifth best, the Suns.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
Outside Booker. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Fades away. Williamson with the bucket. And now just a three-point Phoenix lead.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And here's Green from the arc. Unable to get that one. For New Orleans, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Murray against Booker. Murray passes to Queen. Clock at 6. Jones from outside. They get it back. Pass to Queen. Murray scanning the floor. Tries again. Oh, Booker with a block.
And you see Booker working hard on defense. When he's engaged, he is more than capable of coming up with that block. Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
Pass to Queen. Now here's Murray. And it's rebounded by Gillespie. Gillespie's got 4 rebounds in the game. Booker, the pass to Gillespie. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And stolen by Green. And stolen by Murray. Now the Pelicans in transition. Here's Jones. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Dunn, he's checked in for Iguodala. Highsmith comes in for O'Neal. Allen, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Goodwin is subbed in for Gillespie. A minute 29 left in the third. Goodwin passes to Dunn. Outside, Green. There's a screen. Back to Dunn. The 3 ball. And Bay pulls it down. Pelicans trail by 5. To the right side. And stolen by Green. And stolen by Bay. Here's Poole. Oh, what an effort by Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole showing you some deceptive strength right there. He's added some muscle over the years. That was impressive.
Pass to Green. The three. Phoenix no good that time either. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's Fears. For the tie. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns lead by 3. Allen, the pass to Green. Out to the right wing. Here's Goodwin. Plenty of space. Good. He hits the jumper.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Phoenix out in front, up 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Grayson Allen, also Devin Booker out there, and it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Picked by Misi to the inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Dunn, the pass to Allen. And he converts the layup. Allen's got his first basket.
Well, Grayson Allen knows how to use that big body, and he played right through the contact.
Booker against Murray. Pass to Bay. Good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
Wow, you talk about being in the zone. Murray deciding to call his own number tonight, and it has worked.
Booker for 3. The Pelicans pull it in. Queen's got 4 rebounds now.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Pass to Dunn. Allen outside. Here he goes. Oh, man!
Look out below. Well, Allen at 6'4", understanding how to take full advantage of that opening.
The Pelicans call timeout. Change. Williamson's checked in for Misi. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what James Borrego was going over with his team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Pass to Queen. Wide open look. And again, no good by New Orleans.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver it.
Here's Iguodala. And here's Booker. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Booker isn't going to shy away from physical contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's in scoring mode.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
Well, they've really been aggressive in the painted area. When that ball goes inside, they are attacking.
That free throw good from Booker.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
A different look for Phoenix. O'Neal, he's checked in for Coffey. Jalen Green comes in for Allen. And Gillespie is subbed in for Goodwin. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
He did exactly what needed to be done, though, pushing them to a 2-possession lead.
Excellent work inside from Williamson. This is why he's so aggressive down there.
Outside O'Neal. Pass to Gillespie. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Booker. Here's Gillespie. Defended by Murray. They set the pick. And here's Green from the arc. Green's feeling it at the arc.
If Jalen Green can hit three-point shots consistently, he'll take his game to the next level.
Here's Williamson. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. It's a 5-point game. Floats one up. No good.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Murray fires, and he buries the jumper.
That is a huge shot by Murray when his team needed it most. He just loves these moments.
Green outside. Here's Booker. Here's the teardrop. Oh, Booker's shot goes despite the contact.
You know, a go-to guy in these situations.
Outside Murray.
Shooting from New Orleans, DeJounte Murray, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
And there you see DeJounte Murray showing great leadership, showing you what a great teammate he can be, sharing the basketball and playing the game with a lot of passion.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Corner 3 is pure from Booker.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Now Williamson. Murray inside.
Second personal foul, second team foul. Shooting from New Orleans, DeJounte Murray at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6.
And DeJounte Murray is truly the complete package. He does a little of this and a little of that. Anything you need out there, he can make it happen.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, I'm sure he wanted to hit all of them, but he was still able to chip away a little bit more at this lead.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Murray. And the basket is good.
Well, they really needed that right there from Murray. That is a huge bucket.
Now Booker. Can't get the three.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Murray shoots a three. Oh, it doesn't go. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
Now Green. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now it's Jones from downtown. The free ball is down.
And there's an assist for Zion. And don't forget, Point Zion has become a real thing. Williamson can make good decisions with the basketball.
Team foul. At the line for Phoenix, Gillespie taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
New Orleans calls timeout. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Gillespie.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game. New Orleans calls timeout. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
Takes a three. And now we've got an intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
At the line for two, Royce O'Neal.
He gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 9-point game here.
Stepped up to the line, and he took care of his business and guaranteed the win.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Devin Booker.